What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. This is probably not the video that you were hoping for. This is definitely a video that I never planned on putting out. And yeah, it's been a rough few days. There's been a little break between when we got the new Rusty build and today. It's been like 3-4 days since I posted, and there's a reason for that. $15,000 was stolen out of my bank account. And I'm not embarrassed to say that I got on a big scam that I guess has been kind of going around for a while. But I hope to shed some light on it and make my friends who are also in the military that may have the same bank, make them aware so it doesn't happen to, you guys. And I guess it could happen with any bank. It was very well executed, and I'll explain the entire story in this video. So I guess we can kind of start here. So a little bit of backstory for those of you who don't know. I am active military, and I use USAA as my banking system. That's who I've used since I joined. They're very good with military, and I'm sure if you are military or you've been military, you've probably heard of USAA. Even if you're not military, you've probably heard of USAA. They've been awesome. This has nothing to do with them. It's just a big phishing scam that's been going around, unfortunately. And yeah, they got me. So, about 2 weeks ago, I received a call from USAA. Now, I have USAA's number saved in my contacts because I call them to make wire transfers and all the above. There's certain times I need to call the bank, obviously, to get things taken care of. So I have their number saved in my phone. I get a call, comes up, caller ID is USAA. So I answer it, and they're like, "Hey, Senior Airman Schoenborn, yada, yada, yada. This is so-and-so from the fraud department." Spoke perfect English, called me by my rank, exactly how they would talk if it was USAA calling me. Essentially, the first day, they kind of just went through. They're like, "Hey, we noticed some suspicious activity on your account. We just want you to verify things." I'm like, "Okay." So they start reading down certain charges that I made on the account. Yep, that was me. Yep, that was me. Yep, that was me. Okay, all looks good. And then once they finished going through all that, they told me that they noticed a suspicious mobile deposit on my account, which that I didn't do. It was like a mobile deposit for a little over $8,000, which, sure, fucking put money into my account, but with mobile deposits on USAA, you have to be logged into your bank account. So at that point, I was a little bit, sussed out, I guess you could say. And then they said on the phone, there's really nothing to worry about. Monitor your account, maybe change your passwords, and call us if, anything changes, you see anything else suspicious. I'm like, okay, call ends. Nothing really weird about that at all. Kind of exactly what USAA would say if they called me. Then about 2 to 3 days later, I get another call. Once again, comes up USAA on my phone. And they said, "Hey, we noticed some more suspicious activity on your account. Along with the mobile deposit, it looks like an account was linked to your transfers, and there's a pending wire for $5,000. Was that you?" And obviously, no, that was not me. Once again, super suspicious, but they said they marked it as a red flag and that it was shut down within their system and not to really worry about it. Everything was taken care of. They were going to start an investigation to get this entire thing figured out. Now, this is where I messed up. On that phone call, they recommended that I change my two-factor authentication from entering a PIN when I access my account to this cyber code option. I've never used this cyber code thing before, but I guess it's like a 6-digit PIN that gets sent to your phone via an app that is off your IP address. So when you log into this app, it gives you a 6-digit code for 30 seconds, and you type that in as your password on USAA's site. So because I've never used this, I didn't know how it worked, but on the phone call, they kind of walked me through how to set it up. So I'm doing that. And once I get it set up, it asks for a reference number. Now, me thinking I'm talking to USAA, I was like, okay, so what goes in here? And they gave me a number. And I put that number in and hit submit. My guess is that that number links it to their IP address. So now they have access to my account and I don't. And I would have known this if I didn't have the USAA app, which I'm always logged into on my phone. But if I tried to log in on a computer after this, I'd never be able to get in because that cyber code, I could bring it up on my phone all day long, but it wasn't the right code because it was off my IP address and it was tracking from theirs. So luckily I still had access on my phone and I could, monitor my balance. But that was probably a week ago now. A week and a half ago is when I got that call. After I changed the password and everything, we hung up the phone, all was good. And then about 2 days ago, I woke up to a bunch of emails, like random emails in my inbox that were like, hey, thanks for subscribing to this, thanks for subscribing to that. And I was like, okay, what the heck happened? So there was a good 5,000 emails. And I'm not new to this whole scam thing. Like, I'm pretty on my toes about it. Monitor things like a hawk. So I knew right then and there, like, I messed up. And I knew that when I changed to that cyber code thing, something was a little off. But yeah, so I'm going through these emails, and instead of just deleting them all, I'm going through each individual one. And sure enough, right in the middle, like 3,000 emails in, I see USAA, and it says funds transfer initiated. And I click on that, and it is for $5,000. And immediately I call USAA, and I'm like, hey, someone's in my account. They wired $5,000 straight out of it to another account, and it wasn't me. And they're like, yeah, we haven't been calling you. That was not us. Your account is, wide open. And I was like, well, that's fantastic. So that means that whoever was calling me spoofed USAA's number. So it calls and it shows up on my phone as their number. They spoke perfect English. They knew my rank. They knew all my information because once they got into my account, well, yeah, they knew everything. So USAA proceeded to start their own investigation. This one, hopefully this one's legit. But in the meantime, another $10,000 was wired out of the account, so totaling 15 grand. And to me, $15,000 is a lot of money. I know to some of you guys it probably isn't, but to me it is. And quite frankly, now my account is like negative 3 grand. And that account is the main source of all my bills. So my mortgage comes out of that, all my, electric and gas, credit cards, everything comes out of that account. So as much as I'm trying to stay relaxed and, try to stay as stress-free as I can, I am pretty stressed about it, but I'm hoping that USAA can pull this back. I talked to them today throughout my entire lunch. Felt like I got nowhere. They said that by Saturday I'll know if I'm going to get my money back. If I don't, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. This kind of taught me a lot. I learned a lot of lessons from this, and people are getting freaking smart. So I hope to kind of spread the word and, like I said, put light on the subject so this doesn't happen to you. If your bank calls you, moral of the story, acting as the fraud department, either get an extension from them, hang up and call the bank, dial in their extension and talk to them, or just hang up the phone, call the bank, ask if, they're trying to reach out to you from the fraud department for something that could have happened into your account. Those are my words of advice. Don't let this happen to you. It sucks. It really does, because credit cards are super easy to do like chargebacks and stuff if something happens. Bank account's a little different, especially if it's a wire or a transfer out of the account. So yes, this is the reason why I'm kind of on hold with ordering parts for the new build. But hopefully within the next few days, we get this taken care of and I can pay my bills because that's what's most important to me, obviously. The car can wait, but if I can't pay a mortgage payment or I miss credit card payments, I'm going to be pretty upset and stressed even more. So yeah, this puts a little hold on things, and I put this out there. I don't want anyone asking to send donations or anything. I don't want any of that. I'm just putting this out there solely for the reason of helping you guys out, putting the word out there. I don't want this happening to any of you guys. And yeah, just stay vigilant, stay on top of your accounts. There's a lot of people out there that, you know, they think a little bit differently, let's put it that way, in nice terms, and they want what's yours. So hug your assets and, you know, hold them close. Watch, monitor your accounts. Don't let this happen to you. I think that pretty much sums up the moral of the story. Yeah, I'll keep you guys updated if we get this back, and, you know, we'll continue on this build. But for now, we got a slight hold on things. I did go ahead and pull out all the wiring of the car the other day, and the entire interior. We're getting the car straightened up. This stuff we can do for no charge at all, but as far as parts go, we're kind of on a brief hold for that. But I hope this video can help you out. I'm going to try to stay as relaxed as I can. Just fingers crossed that we can get this money back. That's about all we can do. But for now, I'll get this video up so we can get this word out as fast as we can. Catch you guys in the next one. Peace out. See y'all later.